In a world of sameness, am I unique? Each time I scroll through social media, I wonder, am I a viewer or am I a creator? Am I able to bring to the world something special, something one of a kind? Is being creative a privilege? I always thought about it in my first year of architecture in my university, and I never really understood how some people come up with an idea. What do they do? It seems like creating is some kind of a mystical, sacred process only some of us can master. And at some point, I know now that it is true. Creating is a beautiful, sacred, mystical, undescribable process, but in reality, every human being can learn it. I needed this tutorial, this step-by-step guidance on how to be creative 6 years ago as a last architecture student, so I'm attempting to film this today. My name is Katya. Here I talk about how to maintain work-life balance even if you work in a creative field. So welcome, and right now you're watching the first video of a small series of videos about creativity. Today I wanted to talk a little bit about creativity overall, about uniqueness overall. But if you want to see more practical video with my step-by-step process of creating and some of my methods that help me to find inspiration, then I suggest you to subscribe to my channel and wait for my second video. But maybe at this point, at this time you're watching this video is already on my channel, so go watch it. My channel is called Design Sense, as a renaissance of a design, and I do talk a lot about design and design thinking here that in my opinion is suitable for your personal life also, not just for your work. But I always say that a designer is an artist that is forced to make sense, that is forced to make his artworks functional in the first place, but deep inside it's just an artistic soul. So let's talk about art. Let's try to imagine a mechanism or a scheme of how art works. Of course, I'm not talking just about my vision, about my understanding of this process. In my head, the process of creating art is a process of converting your life experience into some visible or hearable form. We convert this human experience so we can kind of send it to other people so they can understand us and relate to us. We really want other people to feel us, to understand our feelings, so we are not alone in them, and it is super important to us to be heard. So a simple scheme would look like this. Here are you, here is your life experience, and here is your artwork. So really this experience comes through you into an artwork. Your artwork is basically your ideas. So let's dive deep into you, into the main point and the crucial point of this whole art process. If you think that you're not unique, if you think you're not creative, I hope to prove you wrong today. Every person consists of his or her physical predispositions, such as genes or psychological patterns and predispositions, physical abilities. Then you consist of the culture you were raised in, of the context that is normal to you, your traditions, for example. Of course, we consist of our childhood memories and the overall fate that leads us through our life, including people you meet, situations that happen to you, and other influences. Inside us, we have a huge inner world that makes us pretty unique. But it's not that easy, isn't it? How often have you felt that your ideas are worth nothing? That everything has been already created by someone else and you are just unoriginal, a copy, a very corny, an ordinary mind in this world of globalization. As you see, this video is a way for me to cope with my existential crisis. That is true. We are so basic, like we are so ordinary. We are the same, But I want you to look at this from other perspective. Here is a little spot in you that allows you to emphasize and socialize. It allows you to relate and to be relatable. It is an ability to understand, and also it is a need to be understood. A human gets some other human. Maybe it is the reason why this whole world globalization is not a bad thing after all, because now we can relate and understand each other on a worldwide level. You are such a complex creature. You are so unique, but at the same time you fit in. I feel like it is super important to mention in this video because every artist or even just a person who tries to create has this huge fear to be corny, to be unoriginal, to be boring, to be gray, and it is okay. Because you are, but in a perfect amount. You are boring, but in a perfect amount. You are basic enough to be relatable. You are corny enough to find an understanding. You are unoriginal enough to be a part of a humanity. You are unique enough to create, and also you are unoriginal enough to be a part of society so you can serve it with your ideas. So don't be afraid of speaking up. Don't be afraid of creating, because we need you. We need you to find ourselves in you. I want to hear a new song because I want to hear about my feelings in other person's song. I want to know that someone feels the same way as I do. Maybe it is impossible to create something totally new, something that was never created before, but do we really need it? Do we really need these huge, crazy, ununderstandable ideas that no one can relate to? We need art, but we still want it to be a human art. I wanted to create this video to maybe inspire some artists or designers, and also to remind myself that it's okay not to invent some new things. It's okay not to invent a circle. We need an art that is created by human, because it is the only thing that makes it original. By the definition, everything that was created by an original is original. And you are original. You are unique. You have this crazy inner world that is unrepeatable. It is no way that there is a person with the same thoughts, with the same experience as you are. Even if you think that you are basic, you are not. You can socialize. It's not a bad thing. You are a part of our big human family. But at the same time, you have something we need to hear. We want to hear your story. We want to hear your thoughts. We want to get inspired by you. So before you start to create an idea, remember that you really can do this. You are really creative, you are really unique, and your ideas are needed. This was basically all I wanted to say and mention in this video, in this first video. I wanted it to be a separate one because for me, those understandings, those thoughts are really crucial, and I just wanted to, underline it. Thank you so much for watching this video. I would be so glad to read your thoughts on this topic in the comments, so please let me know what do you think. I wish you a beautiful day and see you soon. Goodbye.